So welcome to this, my first iRacing video. Something I've been quite excited about doing for quite a long time actually. So I've got myself a gaming PC. I've done it on a budget. I mean, I spent £700, but that's the PC, the chair, the wheel, the Logitech G920. Which is something, it's an alright wheel, but for if you're starting off, I don't really recommend it because for the brakes are the thing that I've had trouble with because you have to really push your foot right down. But apart from that, it's not too bad, but it can be quite heavy. But there's something I've got to do in settings anyway. Yeah, so let's have a look at what settings I'm going with just for this short test. We've got the Mazda MX-5 here at Tsubka, I think that says. If you're from Japan or actually can actually pronounce it right, just let me know in the comments because I've got no chance of pronouncing that. But I do like this track though. I remember driving this a lot in the Gran Turismos. Right, okay, so this is my settings. Let's see. So the gear, I am doing auto shift for the minute actually, just while I get used to the car. But you can have as much practice as you want, and then once you get better, you can put the clutch in and then do shifting manually. That should be fine. But yeah, the wheel, as I said earlier, I think it is a bit heavy when you start off, but I'm hoping I'll get used to it. So hopefully get some guns. What options we got here? Again, I have force feedback off as well. I forgot to say that. So this is all your other settings. Video capture. Well, I'm doing that through OBS, so that's not a problem. Display, again, don't really understand any of that, but okay. Seems to run fine, seems to capture fine, so I'm not going to mess around. Replays, don't need it. Sound, I had to turn some of this stuff down so you could actually hear me, because the engine noise was really loud. Just the general sound. Enable voice chat, I'll probably switch that off when I have my first race, which I'm actually going to record as well. Controls, so yeah, here, this is, if you have a keyboard, you can use, or the wheel, I mean the wheel, I've got some stuff I'm using, like look left and right, I'm using the wheel for that, but you can use the keyboard as well, but I haven't got a stand ready for my keyboard. So I'm trying not to use that at all. But if you got any of like the Formula One cars, you've got DRS there, which would be handy to have on the wheel. Traction control, I can't remember what that was, so let's just edit that. So say if I press B for that, if I can find it. So B. Okay, so that's sort of traction control. Windshield wipers, no, won't be needing that. Brake bias, not today. What else we got? Yeah, look at all these settings. This is how realistic it is. I mean, you can mess around with everything. There is a lot of fart-arsing around with iRacing, I found. But it just shows how realistic it is. And I mean, I've had a little bit of a mess around with this car, so don't expect anything, don't expect any, like, record-breaking laps or anything. But let's get to it, definitely. Let's test. Okay, so here we are in the pit lane. Might be able to hear that. Maybe not. Okay. This track is, or was back in the day of the earlier Gran Turismos, one of my favourites, definitely. The wheel feels alright at the moment, actually. It's just when you have a tight corner like this, really have to fight it. I suppose that's the realism. Braking now. It's a nice car to get. Whoa. Okay. That's not good. Okay, let's come out. Right, we'll pretend that never happened, so let's get stuck back in. These are just the test sessions again. I haven't done any races, I haven't done any online practices, anything like this. Simply getting involved in testing, and I'm on automatic shifting as well. But this is it. This is a good thing. You can test as much as you want for as long as you want. Just you get the feel of the car, and it gets to know its characteristics. And I'm definitely going to be filming soon. Hopefully today or tomorrow or Sunday. I want to film my first race for you all. See how that goes. So that's not a disaster. I think the secret with your first sort of race in iRacing is just to keep on the track, just keep away from people, because they will generally take each other out. I can feel videos I've watched on that anyway. And all you got to do is really just keep on the track, keep going, take the right lines, keep everything steady, and you should have a good finishing position. Just try not to crash into anyone. You're laughing. Okay. Start our first flying lap. Really wide here, struggling now. Trying to fight the car. Let's see what I can do. Got the ghost car because I did have a go earlier. See if we can beat him. Be nice. Tight line there. Okay, brake. This is the corner I find hardest. Brake too soon. Yeah, he's going to do us there, I think. This is the test sessions. This is what it's all about. Learning. As you can see in the rest of the channel, I haven't done a video of this sort of magnitude in about 11 years. Gran Turismo 5 was my jam, and especially Prologue. That's probably what I was known for, actually. I discovered the cheat. No cheats in iRacing, of course. All raw power. So if I can take a tighter line here, he's set us off nicely for the next lap. Again, fighting this wheel. You may want to start with one of like the cheaper plastic sort of wheels. So you can pick them up for about 50 or quid. It's not too bad, actually. See where we go. You can tell I haven't had much practice. But as an adult now, you have to work, so you don't have as much time to play on games and enjoy these sort of childish pursuits. I am an NHS worker as well, so don't clap for me, just subscribe. That would be more than appreciation enough. And give it a like and a comment as well. Tell me how I did. It was like a bit of feedback. I know the sound's not very good because I'm recording this on the Ferrari Thrustmaster headset, and it's quite comfortable actually. It's good for like chatting, I suppose, but for recording, you're probably not going to want to have something like this. I'm thinking about getting a microphone. It does allow me to try and sort of keep focused on what's ahead. Again, fighting with this wheel. I know in the Logitech G Hub you can adjust like the wheel, the sensitivity of the pedals to your sort of specification, how you do it. But again, the pedals on this because I was playing Formula 1 2020 on this, and I just couldn't get used to the braking. But this is, yeah, it's not too bad on this. I did try driving an Indy car on iRacing the other day, and I kept looking at the brakes because I was just trying to put my foot down too hard, and the brakes locked, the car goes everywhere. It's a real pain. Not faster than what it was earlier, sadly. Really having trouble with the brakes. The wheel is so heavy. If I get out of the corner quickly. Do you do one more lap? Go on, I'll treat you. See if we can get him. Auto shift as well. I really do need to try and learn the gears. I haven't driven in gears again since I had a wheel with Gran Turismo 5. But I will be, when it comes out, I will be getting Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5. And hopefully, I'll be able to record some videos for that and see if I can find some money-making hacks or something. We are ahead of the ghost car. Going to be quicker this time. You love to see it. Bit more aggressive. Get into that corner to find the apex. Smash it out there. Ghost car can see him faintly in my mirror. Okay. Will I beat the ghost car this time? Will I beat my previous laps? Looks good. It's this corner I'm having trouble with the wheel. And yes, I do. Brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe.